The opinions expressed in the following program are that of the host and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions of CWC Entertainment Group LLC, its affiliates, or any employee thereof.
Yeah. I might say, I might make a phone check. Canary Diamond, welcome to the Vincent radio show. They do it big, y'all. Great music, laughs, and so much more. Hey, keep it here, y'all.
Syndicated and award-winning and syndicated. This is the VTRS Vincent Radio Show. My name is Vincent Heartbreak Tucker.
I'm Yellostar. This is the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. I hope you're ready for some action, people.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Got it all out. What up, people? It's that young man, Remon.
I feel like I'm having to play Keena right now. I'm sorry, I'm going to let you finish. But I had to be Keena right now.
Yellowstar.
It's Charity E. Can you let me get my introduction in?
What, can you? You gotta get on that mic, girl.
Appreciate y'all rocking with us. It's been one hell of a setup for today's show, but we're here. We're rocking with y'all. We love y'all. We do this for the people. Yellowstar, how you been?
Good. I can't complain. Just working and living my life. I did forget to mention last week, I know everybody out there is very interested in my social activities, but I play volleyball on Thursdays, but my team won our championship in our division, so
Congrats. Congratulations.
Very happy about that.
Why you acting like y'all care?
We do.
Nice. Congrats. That wasn't genuine.
You don't know me enough to tell me I'm not genuine. I feel I lived through Yellowstar.
Let me not argue with Vincent today.
Did you finish your intro?
I mean, we passed that.
I'm gonna let you. I'm trying.
I'm waiting for Ramon.
Ramon, how you been?
I've been good.
Charity, other than going to Follies in Atlanta, how you been?
Hey, Atlanta was good, man. I think I'm gonna move out there. I put it on my Facebook.
Where are you gonna work?
I asked the people, like, should I move? And then here come my mama saying people got.
Yeah.
Heck no, I'm not working at Follies. But she was like, people got AIDS out there. I was like, people got AIDS everywhere. Like, what you mean?
Yeah, but
that was like the whole argument. Like, there's a lot of gay dudes. There's a lot of AIDS. Blah, blah, blah.
It's not Atlanta AIDS.
What?
That sounded very ignorant.
Yeah.
It sounded very racist against your people.
Is it racist or very ignorant?
Atlanta
Both. You can be both, Vincent.
Hey, Atlanta AIDS, while y'all playing, Atlanta AIDS is almost as bad as Africa AIDS.
I hate you.
It's like Africa AIDS, Brazil AIDS, Atlanta AIDS.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we're so in trouble.
Do you get to put the herpes in there too? Nah,
I don't know
herpes.
if
You can live with herpes. Yeah, I'll be good with herpes. But
AIDS is
that's a life changer.
You got to take immunosuppressors and like all kinds of stuff.
Hold on.
Can you repeat that?
I would be.
Did she just say she'll be good with
If
herpes?
you had to pick
between AIDS and herpes,
exactly, you would pick herpes.
Right.
Okay, well, that's the comparison.
It's probably, I mean, if you had to pick between cancer and herpes, you'd probably pick herpes.
Yeah.
Well, why is it an option?
No, you can actually get rid of cancer.
Okay, if you were
You can also die from it.
It's possibility, but you
don't
live.
die from herpes.
If you live, you're going to live with herpes.
You started Usher. Do you see what you started
Y'all
Usher?
know Usher said he didn't do it.
It might not kill you, but you're going to live with it until you die.
That's true. That's true.
But if a gun was to your head, you would pick herpes.
I would pick
Hands
celibacy.
Down. Oh my God.
First of all, you just lied to everybody in this room. You just lied.
Stay tuned. Much more VTRS up next. Somebody line up next.
I got
VTRS.
high-speed internet and lotion.
Early edition of Somebody Lied.
Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop lying. Always lying. You lying so much. I know it's not making it hard for me. Just keep on lying. Damn.
It's Charity E. This week in Somebody Line, I'm going to need everybody's help.
Okay.
Because I really want answers to this. So recently I went out to a bar. Vincent always tells me I need to be a little bit more approachable by males. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take his advice. I'm just going to give these people a shot. So this guy comes up to me and he's talking, what's your name? You know, where are you from? Then he touches my hand. That progressed really quickly. Don't touch
really.
me.
Hold on.
Don't touch me.
That's not that
Yeah, not
It
really.
was like a caress. It wasn't a normal. It was like a.
But that's like a that's like a tactic that people use to try to let you know.
Put you at ease.
Try to put you at ease. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's what it is. Well, now that I know, thanks for letting me know. So yeah, we were talking, and then he tells me, he's like, "Oh, I have a son," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." He shows me a picture. Do I really care what his son looks like? No. But I'm like, "Oh my God, he's so cute." So
Was he really cute?
No, he was. He was actually cute,
Okay.
but I just did not care to see the picture because I don't care about other people's kids. So he gets my number and he's texting me like throughout the night, and he told me his name was. We'll say his name is Mike. Okay, he told me his name's Mike, but in the text that he sent, he said, "Hey, it's Michael." Okay.
Okay.
So something told me to get on Facebook and Google this guy, or search it. So I get on, I search.
Did you
he had a real name, like a name that wasn't common. So that's how it was easy to find him.
Oh, okay.
And he told me what college he went to. So it all matched up. I click on there, I'm just browsing, and it says married. So I'm like, wait a minute, this is too much.
He married to that paper.
Okay.
I'm married to the streets.
So I asked
I'm married to that money.
Yeah.
I texted him. I was like, "Hey, are you like with anybody?" He was like, "No." It's like weird because on your Facebook it says married.
I just hadn't updated it.
That's he said, "Well, I didn't even know I had a Facebook anymore." Okay, you're lying. Number one.
No.
And then he was like, "Well, you can call my ex-wife if you want to. Like, we're separated. She's out there meeting guys, and I can't meet any girls. They all block me."
That's a
Yeah,
tactic.
because you're married.
That's a
What do you
tactic.
mean?
That's a tactic.
What you mean?
I'm gonna give you permission to call my ex-wife, but you're not actually going to call because you
So,
don't want
is he married or not? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, he's married.
I see.
Of course he's married.
I have homegirls whose statuses say Facebook on married, but that's because they're trying to limit the people creeping in their inbox.
Okay, well, there's pictures of him and the wife though, with the
On the profile
with
picture?
The son. No, it's not the profile picture,
But it's in there.
Yeah,
The mere fact that he still has
married
her
on there, right?
He's still hitting that.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Well, I
But
mean,
that ain't got nothing to
they
do with
was
her.
Married.
Why? Like, I just
Yeah.
don't understand why
So
guys
he's not
lie.
over.
So he's supposed to
not
be
over that.
celibate because they not married no more.
He's not over that yet.
Yeah, but Charity's not giving it up, so he got to get it from
Oh,
somewhere.
he didn't know that though.
Right.
He don't know I'm not getting it up.
Everybody know that.
Well,
I just want to. This is kind of selfish, but because this dude's obviously lying, I just want to make sure because I told you to be open. This is not my fault.
I mean, I kind of thought back and I was like, this is Vincent's fault. I would have never talked to this guy if Vincent would have told me that I need to talk to more people.
But then you wouldn't have this great story.
Thanks for the save. Appreciate that.
Whatever, man. Guys out there, if you are involved with someone, make sure all your social media is blocked. People can't get into it. And just tie up loose ends because that's why you're getting blocked by girls. That's why you're not getting dates. That's This Week in Somebody Line.
VTRS, stay tuned.
Playing today's best music. Playing today's best music.
Hey, that wanna be my babe. Hey, put me down like the CIA. Hey, got in my car trying to see my face. And I know that you a grown woman. And I know that you know what you're doing. You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash, and the car came with a blunt in it.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta, and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station.
DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio.
Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. With their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Charity and Myskenna, according to a new survey posted on xnicole.com, apparently women think sex that lasts between 3 and 7 minutes is satisfactory.
no.
Penn State's Eric Cordy and
Could not say that
You
fast
answered
enough.
that.
Gardini led a survey of 50 sexperts, doctors, psychologists, and sex researchers who concluded that too short sex lasts for 1 to 2 minutes. Adequate sex is 3 to 7 minutes.
Well-
Desirable sex is 7 to 13 minutes, and sex that takes too long lasts anywhere from 13 to 30 minutes.
So, is this including foreplay, or is this...
They're talking about just penetrative sex without including foreplay time.
Okay. You said 3 to 7 minutes.
Adequate sex is 3 to 7 minutes.
But desirable is 7 to 13.
I mean, 7 to 13, that sounds about like, a once a week type thing. The 3 to 7, that's in the mornings when you got places to go.
Now, a lot of people in this survey, they said that they don't actually watch the clock, so they don't really know. They don't pay attention.
Who times it? Like
I do. Because I want to make sure.
Okay, let's say something's on TV. Let's say you got something playing, or they're like a song. You know how long that song is.
I mean, you can time the song.
Yeah.
Like, most movies are like 2 hours.
Netflix and chill.
What are you doing for 2 hours, Keena? Man.
Know what I'm trying to do for 2 hours.
I'm not mad at you because I'm about an hour and a half on a good day.
Is this non-stop, or is this like a water break, bathroom break?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be in it so long, get my calls transmitted. I mean,
Wait, what?
Calls transferred.
It was a Jay-Z line. I tried to make it sound cool, but it didn't work for me.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to mention sex and transmit.
Right.
We were just talking about it.
That's the primary thing you want to avoid when you're talking about sex.
We all kind of took a seat back.
So what is the adequate time frame? What's the right time frame?
I mean, a solid time is at least 10 minutes is good.
Not counting foreplay.
Not counting foreplay.
Okay. That's why you haven't been getting any.
10 minutes is. Whoa. No. Most guys, I thought most guys didn't want to be doing that like all that time.
That's because you dealing with little boys. You need to get you a real man.
I don't know.
Get you one with some taco meat on his chest.
Hey, tell her again, Keena.
I'm trying to get.
Tell her again like I'm a taco meat out. Tell her again. You gotta get you one.
Hello, Ramon. You say Ramon?
I said I'm trying to get this in and out.
See, selfish.
I do not want.
Selfish.
No, I'm gonna make sure you get yours. But
I'm not trying. 5 or 7
I'm
minutes.
not trying to.
Ain't nobody trying to
take
prolong
you about 5
nothing.
to 7 minutes to rub one out.
No.
High key.
On your own?
How long it take you?
I mean, wait,
Do you
okay,
need a whole
one, but I need like
process?
multiple. Like, we can't stop at just one. Like, it's got to be.
No, we're talking about one, Keena. A good time
and
for
it
one.
definitely
One
ain't
and
gonna
done.
be in 5 to 7 minutes.
Keena,
no.
That means something is wrong with you.
No, I'm gonna back you up, Keena. I'm gonna back you up.
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna back Ramon up on this. Something might be wrong.
Like I hold it.
Scientifically,
We're holding it.
Scientifically,
Keena,
I hold it.
look, let me explain something to you.
I've heard doctors say that if it takes you a long time to get one, something is wrong.
Let me explain something to you. Keena is greedy, okay? This is just about her having more, and that's it. Like she just no. I'm not saying greed in a negative way, Keena. I'm saying like I got one, now let's work on number 2. Let's work on number 3. Like that's what I'm talking about.
It don't make no sense to stop right then, because
then it's easier to get number 2.
Right.
It's easier to get number 3. Right.
Keep this train going.
You got a dildo.
Fact?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know.
For women, yeah.
Especially they coming like back to back, like
why don't you hit your hand so hard?
That's how they coming.
They better be doing it like that. Yeah. If they not doing it like that, they not gonna be hanging around Keena.
Why is this a foreign concept to you, Teddy? I don't understand.
I mean, it just came so natural.
That's how it's supposed to.
Do you know? Wait, do you know that?
We're not going here. Nope.
Like, it can't. No, we can't.
Have you heard of this thing called doggy style?
If the train is going, we're not gonna stop. What are we gonna stop for until we like?
Right, because it takes the train longer to get back on.
Yeah,
this is all the time. Every time you're with somebody.
Most times.
That's too much.
No, because it's so good, you're not gonna stop. You're not thinking about stopping. You want to keep going.
Right.
You ain't thinking about stop. You ain't thinking about the end point until you get there.
VTRS.
I like this transition.
You are continuing to stay locked and loaded to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. It is time for He Say, She Say. Fellas, have y'all ever dated a woman that shared too much? Whether it was via Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or whether she talked to her homegirls too much about what's going on in your relationship.
Yes.
Or maybe her parents knew everything that was going on. Mm-hmm. How do you handle that?
Cut off.
Oh.
I mean, it's either the back or the front hand.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Get some clarity on that, please. Like, that could have went several places.
I mean, people who know me know I really don't tell a lot of people my business like that.
Right.
Like, I'll tell some people some stuff, but like for the most part, like, you should keep all that stuff in house, I think. So you should already know that. Like, the person should already know that about me anyway.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, like, if they didn't know you before y'all actually started dating, like, and y'all are still kind of getting to know each other, they probably wouldn't know that. So, I mean, with me, it's just like, I think that's something that you kind of have to make clear as y'all getting to know each other. Like, look, that's just not my get down. Like, I don't be putting everybody in my business like that. So, if that's what you do, sorry, this ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, you gotta address the behavior off top.
I mean, and one of the things that I like to do, and judge me for this if you want to, but I look at how you, like, I look at your social media to see exactly how much stuff you've been sharing in the past. And if I see that you've been very open about your personal life and your private life on social media, then I just stay away from it.
So you would basically have a conversation with her.
Off top.
Yeah.
probably my first response is going to be, why are you telling everybody our business?
Right.
Anyone I'm in a situation with, I let them know off top, if you tell our business social media, this is so over. You do not let outsiders into what we got going on.
So what do you mean by that? So no one can tag you in a relationship with Vincent Tucker?
I don't care about that.
Oh, okay. I was trying to
But
get
I'm saying, like, you can't be all on Facebook, blah, 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 something happened. No, we're not letting insiders in on what we got popping like that.
Gotcha. So no talking about, oh, that threesome was good last night.
Oh, wow.
Like,
that would be really aggressive.
Yeah, that's too much.
Never had a threesome.
That's way too much.
I've never had a
That's
threesome.
too much. I'll give you an example. Like, there was this young lady that I was dealing with at one point, and she was on Facebook, and she had a post where she was talking about, like, I'm so into this dude or whatever, but I don't know if he's feeling me like that or whatever. So all her, like, you look at her comment section and you see all of these girls in her comment section talking about, if he don't appreciate you, then he ain't nothing, this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, I'm reading this stuff. I'm like, why are you putting that on Facebook in the first place?
Right, and you're only giving your side of the story.
Right. Like, I don't have, like, and if I comment on this, then, like, I'm not feeding into that energy, like, at all. So it's just kind of like, I didn't appreciate how she put that on Facebook. Like that's between you and me. Whatever our relationship is between you and me. That ain't got nothing to do with them. And you opening up the door for people who are on the outside of this relationship to have a say-so in our relationship.
Right. Because 9 out of 10, you're not telling the whole story. You're telling the part that make you sound good.
So if a chick puts out there and asks a question and then says asking for a friend,
it's never for a friend.
It's never for a friend.
Yeah, so we not fooled when you do this. On he say, she say, I'm asking for a friend.
Right.
We're not fooled.
Me and my girls had a conversation last night.
No, seriously.
I think
for this,
sometimes.
I mean, majority of the time.
No, not majority.
Yes, majority. Like 90% of he say, she say comes from other people.
90%, I give her that.
Yeah, 90%.
You can normally tell when it's about Keena.
Wait a minute. We're not going to disclose how you can tell. But yes.
But if you keep listening to the show, you'll figure it out.
Available on iHeartRadio.
Okay, so this is at the point where he say, she say is now over. We want to hear from you. Hit us up online, VTRSonline.com, and let us know. How do you handle being in a relationship with somebody that posts or put your business out there too much?
Loose lips sink ships.
Ooh.
Playing today's best music.
Motorsport, put that thing in sports. Shout it bad, pop her like a court. I ain't wanna be with you. I ain't wanna be with you. I got that juice, new AP. She got that juice. She got that squeeze. She got that wet.
You You are listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station.
DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio.
Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. With their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Ladies and gentlemen. Y'all gonna learn today.
What up, people? It's time for today's reality check. Now, today's reality check goes out to all you deadbeat parents out there. Now, when you talk about deadbeat parents, most people think I'm referring to parents who aren't present in their child's lives. But in my mind, that only describes absentee parents. To me, deadbeat parents are parents who are present, but they're not looking out for the best interests of their children. All right. Now, if you ask me, most of these people shouldn't be allowed to have children in the first place. But unfortunately, there's no law that keeps these people from being able to procreate. So until we get that law on the books, we just got to deal with all these deadbeat parents. Now, the job of a parent is to protect their children, is to provide for their children, to give them direction in life and give them the tools they need to become productive human beings in this world. All right. But too many parents out here aren't doing any of that. All right. We have a lot of people who are carelessly bringing children into this world and having kids for the wrong reasons. If you're using your child as a come up or a way to get a check, you're a deadbeat. If you're using your child to gain leverage over somebody, you're a deadbeat. Or if you're keeping your child from seeing their other parent just because you don't get along with the other parent, you're a deadbeat. Or if you're the other parent and you're refusing to see your child just because you don't get along with the parent that's raising them, you're a deadbeat. I could give you so many examples of what a deadbeat parent is, but the bottom line is this. If you aren't protecting and providing for your child and giving them the tools that they need to be productive adults, you're a deadbeat parent. And deadbeat parents, they get on my nerves for two specific reasons. Number one, because being a parent is a gift. And there are so many people out here who want to have kids and can't have kids because of some medical condition or for whatever reason. And you are taking it for granted. Secondly, all of these deadbeat parents continue to forget one thing. At the end of the day, the one who suffers the most is this innocent child who did not ask to be brought into this world. That's today's reality check. You can take that to the bank.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Check this out.
Are you stupid? This week it's stupid.
What up, what up, what up? This is your boy Yellostar, and it is time for This Week in Stupid.
You pulled that energy out from your foot.
Wait, am I that deadpan all the time that, like, when I actually come up with some energy?
Hey y'all, it's your boy Yellowstar.
Right.
We're gonna do This Week in Stupid. So what happened in Florida? That's normally the energy.
Are you gonna get out my segment?
Y'all be jumping all in mine.
I know. That's why I did it. That's why I said that.
Pull out Charity. No.
You know we're international here at the Vincent Tucker Radio Show, and I had to talk about this story. A restaurant in China, they offer a discount to women based on breast size.
Okay.
How do you feel about that initially?
It depends.
It depends what they like.
No, it depends on what the discount is. Are you getting more of a discount if they're big or less of a discount if they're small? What's the discount right
Both.
here? Huh?
The advertisement that they had a bunch of cartoon characters that listed, it listed A, you got a 5% discount, and all the way to G Cup, you got a 65% discount.
G Cup.
So is somebody like testing these? Like, okay, let me see if these are real. Is there some clarity on if they're real or fake?
There's
and is there somebody
metrics on this? What is,
there's no distinction between real and fake.
They look through the shirt?
They do not look through the shirt. They assure the customers that they would get their discounts from the waitresses rather than dealing with the male staff in order to avoid embarrassment. So the waitresses, which were female waitresses, would figure out the size of the discount that they would give.
Okay. The only reason I asked that was because, you know, like some women have what some of us call sneaky big tits.
Naturi Naughton kind of has some.
She does have sneaky big tits.
Yeah.
what about Lala?
Yes.
No, hers are not sneaky.
No, you can see them things coming from the
She
Halloween.
ain't sneaking nothing.
And does sneaky mean like if they're up when you have the bra, and then when you
No.
take the bra off, they're down?
No, it's just
Okay.
a size to, like how they look under versus how they look out.
Gotcha.
Keno over here trying to qualify herself.
I
She
am.
is.
Keno, what size
I
are
am.
you? What size are
Keena's
you?
like
Keno?
creating a precise.
Are you A, B, C?
Are we
I'm
really
an
having this
easy cup.
conversation?
Okay, she's a C cup. She'd probably get like a 25%.
Not bad.
Keena would get
Does not have, you have to
a
break down?
25% discount.
Wow.
What kind of discount you get?
Right.
I mean,
Put
it
me on
depends
blast.
where I'm getting my bra from. They measure differently. At Victoria's Secret, I'm actually a D.
We're really
A
having
D? No lie. No lie.
Well,
That's why I said they measure differently.
Yeah,
But I
because-
am a C cup at North.
Is it good or bad that the men were prepared to debate Charity on her bra charges now? I don't know if that was.
Y'all were saying I'm
Let me-
not.
wait.
Clearly, I'm not a
Excuse
D.
me, excuse me, Charity. Let me mansplain your breast size to you. 'Cause
Y'all are really about to
I'm
argue.
definitely
like,
gonna do that,
Like Charity definitely got some sneaky big tits.
right?
Great example, right?
The company, the restaurant did have to take down the sign. Some people were complaining about it, but they did defend the side, saying that a lot of people that came in were proud to get discounts for their breast size, and of course it's going to attract some men to the restaurant. So
That's something that Hooters should consider.
it is something that Hooters should. But I mean, they're like that means I work here and get a discount, and then I come
more
in and get
men are
another
going
discount.
to Hooters, so they need to have a penis
Package discounts.
right measurements. There's a ruler.
I'm
everywhere.
down.
I'm down.
I'm gonna get a good discount.
Okay, please.
That's
tell
this
me.
week in Super John. It's your boy Yellostar.
Oh, now you don't want to do a pin report.
Playing today's best music. Playing today's best music.
I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star. God better stand, catch a wave on us. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. Blue sky.
Take one for the team.
Wake me up when the morning comes. Just ain't humble enough.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta, and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station.
DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio.
Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. With their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Shout outs to you for always listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. It's your girl, Myskenna, and it's time for He Say, She Say. Have a girlfriend who broke up with her guy, right? And it was a amicable split.
Okay.
But here lately, she says that she feels like he only calls her when he needs to come through for that tune-up.
And
Right.
you drop it off.
Right?
Yeah.
So you get
The drop off.
tires rotated.
Exactly. So at first she was cool with it because they decided they both were okay with the breakup and
Right.
it was all good at first.
Right.
But now she says that she feels like her emotions are starting to come back into play.
Okay.
So she wanted to get you guys' advice on how she should handle it.
Suppress them emotions. And let's keep this thing moving.
Suppress the emotions and keep it moving?
Yep.
Why suppress the emotions?
Because that's not what we passed that part of our relationship. Now,
It's all about the drop off.
it's all about the drop off.
Is it
now.
still a relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
In
mean,
theory.
it's
Relationships are just
just
a
like
relationship is just how you define
right,
your interactions between one person and another.
right.
Correct.
So it's either one way or the other. She needs to either tell him, hey, I can't handle this, or B, continue to do it knowing that she really wants to be with him in a different place, but she continues to do it just because her needs are being fulfilled.
No,
You know-
you don't tell him you can't handle it. You handle it. Don't disrupt. Why you want to mess up something good?
I can't even.
I mean, she is getting something out of it.
Thank you. It's a fair exchange.
Right.
Well, she could get that anyway.
true.
But she don't want to.
Yeah.
It all has to go back. Like, you can't re-romanticize the relationship and pretend like everything was good when y'all both decided that you needed to break up.
Right, 'cause
Like, if it was actually mutual, then you had a reason why you didn't want to be with him anymore.
Exactly.
He had one too, but you had a reason. So don't re-romanticize the little short-term time that y'all are spending together and forget that you had a reason why you decided that this man wasn't right for you. Now, if that reason doesn't exist anymore, then you should go back and say, look, the thing that I had a problem with before is not a problem anymore, and I'm okay with this.
Right.
So I would like to talk about blah, blah, blah. But don't forget you had a reason for making the decision that you made. If you trust yourself and you know you made the right decision initially, don't forget that.
So isn't that even more of a reason from the woman's point of view? If she is truly, like you said, if she's truly wanting to get out of this situation so that she can be open for something else, shouldn't she cut that off?
Depends on how you operate.
Yeah, I don't understand the question.
Ramon's like, you mean I need to stop having sex with this person to find another person? I don't understand what that means.
I don't understand.
Why are you so with this?
Please clarify
Ramon?
this.
Why do you? Has this happened to you?
Of course.
Ramon
okay.
likes a simple situation.
I'm right there
That's
with
not
him.
simple though. This is complicated.
It's
No,
not
why is it complicated?
We are not together. We get together for sex.
Yeah,
that is
that's-
easy.
But it would have been easier if they didn't have something before.
Sure. But once you
Establish a new understanding.
Right.
then you compartmentalize that shit.
But now she's at the point where she's like, okay, this ain't working no more, so she should just cut it off.
Well, you got to find a new compartment to put them feelings in.
No, in all seriousness, though, if she can't handle it, she needs to let him know. Because we don't need no wild episode where she pops up on him somewhere at some outing somewhere with a girl and she wants to stab both of them.
Find a new guy. If she needs that in her life, she can go find somebody else that have no feelings.
Then you open up the door for this new strand of gonorrhea. Like, why you want to mess up a good thing?
Oh, my
Oh, boy.
How you know he not out there, dipping in somebody else's pot?
Because he's only going to her.
Right.
Yeah, you don't know that.
If he is contacting her for the late, he's only messing with her.
He's doing that because he knows she's going to say yes.
She doesn't call him. He calls her.
Correct.
He's only going to her.
Oh, she needs to cut it off.
There's more. There's multiple people.
It'd be different. She could compartmentalize. I said the wrong word. I said the wrong word. Word wrong.
Compartmentalize. Put it
Whatever.
in a box.
She can't put it in a box. Apparently, she needs to let this go.
And that made it better, but we want to hear from you. Should she cut him off or continue to let him slide through? Wait, come through.
Drop it off.
Slide or come.
Right.
Do whatever you
This
prefer.
is
Yeah, like that made it even better.
Right. Put it in a box. It's going totally wrong. We want to know your feedback. Should she continue on with this relationship or just let it go? Hit us up on all of our social media platforms, VTRS Online.
I think you better let it go.
And at Young Yella on Instagram and Twitter.
She needs to hit you up.
No, to talk about to have a conversation. Vincent.
I thought it was for something
Keena
else.
was talking about having a conversation. I'm trying to say where they can have a conversation with me. That's all.
Is it bad when all of us thought that?
I know, right?
Y'all ain't my friends.
Bring it back, Mr. Heartbreak.
So, but that's just a detection of the size. I mean, every man is different, so it depends on how, he uses instruments.
What girl would
Is this
really
Miss Keena's
say anything?
Is this Miss Keena's face?
Oh, I thought you said, is this Miss Penis
Well,
face?
what do you I mean, do you have something else you would like to talk
I
about?
heard is there penis in her face?
Listen, I got a text that said we have yet to really answer what is Charity's deal breakers.
Right.
That's 100% true.
Apparently,
100%.
apparently, men with shoe sizes from 8 to 10.
Is it based on the demonstration she did the Yellostar space?
Yes. With her half-flaccid arm.
I need somebody with like a little baby arm.
Oh, T-Rex?
We have to have them send her a penis pic.
And y'all gonna look at him?
And please
I ain't looking at
please do not send those to at VTRS
At all.
Online. Just to Charity.
You send them directly
But what's
to
the real
Charity.
deal breaker?
Weed, we already know that's one. Number two, if they don't go to, if they're atheists, That's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
And I also
here.
would like them to be tall. I don't want anyone looking at me in the eye when I'm standing up. That's really uncomfortable.
So for those wondering, you are...
I'm 5'2", 5'3" on a good day.
So you wouldn't date a midget?
Would you date a midget?
You didn't know
She
that
has
was
dated a midget.
No. Why y'all the blind?
Ramon, who's the midget?
I believe it.
Who's the midget, Ramon?
Ramon seemed like he know real facts. Who was the midget?
She said she had a baby by a midget.
Cut it.
Only on the Vincent Tucker Show.
That was a great question we're having behind the scenes here. Is your number of partners you slept with, is it important as far as keeping it low? I want to know. Hashtag VTRS online. I want to read some responses. Hey, researchers say that the more sex you have, the more you want it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when
That's common sense. I don't know why you had needed research.
When I have sex, it's great. Like, I enjoy that. So I would definitely want to do that more.
It was an Uber fact.
It's kind of like drugs, you know?
Because you have it.
A lot of people have told me.
A lot of people have told me.
If you have drugs, you want more drugs?
Right. You want that high again. It's like the same thing. In theory.
So I don't understand, like, celibate people. Like, if you like sex, how can you, like, not go without it?
Myskenna?
You pray. Fast. Seriously.
That is how you do it. You're right.
A lot of prayer and cold showers.
That whole hot, cold shower, that doesn't do
anything for me.
Yeah, nothing.
And you date people you're not attracted to.
Are you serious?
That's one way to do it. She's dropping insight.
So why are you dating them?
Because you don't want to have sex.
Hey, by the way, this is the 10-year anniversary of Keena curving me when I tried to go on a date with her.
Yeah.
I think we all have an anniversary with Vincent. Mine is when we kissed in the parking lot. What date was that?
Why do you keep this going?
True.
Because I want to hold something special for us, you know? If you and Keena got an anniversary, it's only right that the other woman on the show does.
Let's be clear. Only the
Then you
women
can get
in this
that.
room have an anniversary with Vincent.
This is, I can't. I can't.
Do you know?
You can and you will.
Was that off air? I admitted I fell for charity? That was off air, right?
It was off air. But you just did it on air.
Sorry. It was for one day, for 24 hours.
Then hashtag Tara Alicia happened.
Ooh, okay. Hey, shout outs and comments.
Happy 10-year anniversary, Vincent.
Damn dramatic.
I'm sorry that I don't like to go to the movies because I fall asleep, but you know what?
I do too, Keena.
Who knew that would create such a special moment between us? Happy anniversary.
Yes,
I love you.
Yes, thank you.
Shout out to Celeste and Deja. We were so close to having a true Uncle Daddy. The Uncle Daddy situation was so close 10 years ago.
But with the VTRS, I want to, we got to look into that one day. Would the VTRS still be here?
Somebody wouldn't have been here.
We would have just had a different co-host.
Right.
That may be true.
That opened
But
the
the
door
thing
for
would have been
charity
different.
to now have a special moment for him. So when y'all make it to your 10 years, then of your kiss,
That kiss
then
in the
your
parking lot.
First of all, this kiss did not happen.
Thank
Let's
you.
just put
I'm
that.
so
This kiss
Hey.
never
It
happened.
was the hug that
It
happened.
was a hug happened.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
you.
too late
Kinda-
to take it back. You've already thrown it out there. You said it happened.
Kind of had a date that was listening. So glad you cleared that up.
Right.
Thank you.
I needed to clear that up.
Thank you.
know.
Golly.
Take it back.
I be clipping my personal life.
No one cares about the truth when the lies won.
The lie is better.
Especially when charity contributes to keeping the lie going.
Uh-oh.
Keep the lie alive.
You know
That
the
would be
one
sad.
thing that I can say about this 10-year anniversary, you must have thought about it last night because you're not ashy.
I hate
Wow.
you. I hate you and charity. I hate
You
both
saying
of y'all.
he
You're
pulled,
not ashy
he pulled
today.
out the lotion?
But he's not ashy because he has a date. That's what it is.
Thank you.
No, he pre-gamed. He thought about this 10-year anniversary.
When you said pre,
Really?
I went.
Really?
Now his hands is going to be nice and soft for his date.
Right? So they can hold
Compliments.
hands and...
I'm just saying, these are the things that I bring to the table.
Picture
I
me
help.
throwing my middle finger up at Keena right now.
Sure.
This is like, that's it for the cast and crew. This is for the radio
Right?
show. See y'all on the other side.
Bye. Every episode of the award-winning Vincent Tucker Radio Show is produced by Aaron Channel. Executively produced by Aaron Channel, Arkena Dansberg, Cornelius Johnson, and Vincent Heartbreak Tucker. Launched in December 2007, the VTRS is a CWC Entertainment Group LLC production.